Then I started with business writing. I started with health, lifestyle. You have to be consistent both ways. And adding value to the people's life through your comments also, you can definitely add more value.
What do you think about this as a career, especially for chartered accountants?
Because if you're pursuing your passion like side by side of your work life, then it's also good. If you fail once in life, you do not fail for entire life. She is not clearing her examinations, COVID period has passed to get her married. And if you stay happy, you will study more and you can study better. Anything that is done half-heartedly will never help you. Hustle culture is not what I'll promote because work-life balance is something very important. Never ignore your health, because when I started taking care of physical and mental health, then things started getting better.
You have spoken of health and exercise and all those things so much, like I feel like I should get up and now start doing exercises.
The degree has given us a lot of knowledge we have in ourselves, but what they lack is communication skills. Your network is your net worth.
Hello everyone, welcome to the CA podcast. Today, my guest is Disha Daswani. Disha is a freelance content writer, apart from being a chartered accountant. How did she become content writer? And what it means to be a content writer in the first place? All these questions we will ask Disha. So, hi Disha, welcome to the CA podcast. Why don't you start by telling your story?
Yes. So thanks for this warm introduction, and it's great that you invited me to your show. So yes, to start with, after 12th standard, like I was a topper in my school times, but after 12, I did not think that I'll just suddenly do CA. So after 12th standard, one of my friend told, let's do CA. So I was just thinking to do something after 12, but not so instantly. I was just thinking to do in something later time or something. But my friend told me to just started CA because I had no background in my family or someone who is doing CA or something. But my friend told me and just started CA. So eventually things started falling into place. I did my articleship. Like I cleared CPT, did my articleship from one of the well-known firms in Ahmedabad, that is Talati and Talati. I got good exposure then, and then I appeared for my CA finals. I failed during my CA journey, and that was the point where I realized that I should do something like for myself, because I was a person who was always shy, who was underconfident. So that time it was COVID, and that during that phase only I realized that I should start writing. Like I used to vent my emotions because I failed in my CA journey. So then that was the point when I realized that I am a writer also. So that gave me confidence to write on LinkedIn, and then my writing journey started before I turned CA. So after, like, I used to handle some clients work during my like when I used to get study leave during my CA journey, and it was COVID period. So already the exams had delayed 4 to 5 times. So I was left only with one group. So I just managed both content writing as well as CA. And it's rightly said, when you are happy, you do something for yourself, it really makes you productive as well. So then after I cleared CA, I then got more and more opportunities in content writing career as well. So now I'm managing both my content writing and my chartered accountancy. I'm currently associated with Infosys as a consultant, and on weekends I do freelancing work and pursue my passion as well.
Wow, that's really good. So what kind of content do you write, and where do you write your content on? So if you can, you can send me the links, and I will, write in the description to like where to follow you and where to see your content from. So can you describe your content and what kind of platforms do you write? Do you write only on finance, or do you have some other content writing subjects as well?
Yeah, basically, I write on LinkedIn. Like I started my journey on LinkedIn because I just started as a like people pursue LinkedIn as a job hunting platform, but it's not the way it is. When I started venting on my emotion, I saw there are many writers like on LinkedIn who explore this LinkedIn not only with job related things but as a content writing thing as well. So then I tried. I had like many ideas, curiosity in mind. How do they monetize their content? So I used to talk with various few writers, used to learn from them, tried the strategies, implemented them, and then I started writing. Initially, I was not niche specific. Niche is something that you have, like, be it finance, be it health, be it lifestyle. So these are called niches. I even did not know the term called niche when I just started content writing. So eventually I used to write each and every, like whatever I used to get now from the various writers, they used to give me some work. I used to write for free also many times just to explore the LinkedIn scenarios. So then I started with business writing, I started with health, lifestyle, and then when I turned an accountant, like we have that credibility in our profession that allows us to write more in better in terms of finance. Like I can understand finance better because I'm a chartered accountant. I can simplify
Right.
things for people, and I can even write it properly so that many people who are not into finance can understand it well. So being a CA, I people started, they are website owners for like firms and every kind of partnership firms or audit firms and every kind of firms who used to give me like used to tell me to write about any act that comes to simplify the act and write for their website or for their LinkedIn
Okay.
profile. So there I started writing. So currently I write for finance ones also, as well as health and lifestyle one also.
Okay. And where can we see, as in, or do you have often like ghost write a lot of?
Yeah, I do ghostwrite for some of the various prominent profiles of our industry for finance one. I
Okay.
basically write on LinkedIn. Like LinkedIn is something my go-to, you can say my go-to platform where my every article is there. And even I write for like the Instagram influencers, the finance influencer who work. So
Okay.
I write for them as well for Instagram scripts, but they are actually ghostwriting ones. Like there are
Right.
very few. Like, I write for website, they are published ones. But for Instagram and everything, it's a ghostwriting ones.
Great. So how does this work? Like, how do you approach clients and how do you market yourself? How do you network? Can you like share some tips around it?
You would have like pick the right point. Like your network is your net worth. So
Right.
to do anything, you have to be consistent in doing things. So it's not like that on LinkedIn. You like I just started LinkedIn with a medium of like venting my emotions, but slowly and steadily I started observing others' profile. I used to engage with them. I used to learn like with them. So I used to add value to their post. Like what normally people do like for any kind of post, if they liked it, we just press the like button. But what about your learnings that you got from that post? If you add your values, your like insights to that post, so people will notice that someone is there who is just not just liking that post. They're providing values. They're
Right.
giving insights. So that
Right.
gets noticed. So there are many people who notice me like that only. Like I used to do it every day. Like not a
Okay.
single day, you can say 1 year I would have missed on LinkedIn. I used to engage with people. It's not a one-way journey. You have to be consistent both ways. And adding value to the people's life through your comments also, you can definitely add more values. And when you, because if you won't do it, like other people won't do and engage with you. So that's how it works. If you're human, you have to interact both ways. And that when people started noticing that this is a profile, she's a CA, and then I, through that medium only, I started getting clients because they get to know my visibility when I engage with others also. So yeah, that started like that.
And do you personally right now at this juncture of your career, do you prefer this as a side kind of hobby or side or part-time hobby, part-time business, part-time anything, or do you have aspirations to convert it into full-time?
Yeah, I had many times I thought that why, like everyone at one point of the time in their corporate career feels like it's not something that you love actually. Sometimes in corporate life you feel that it's now we need to follow passion. We have seen many people who quit their 9 to 5 job and they say that like they do what you love. But financial security and financial responsibility is something that stops you from doing that. So if you're someone who can take a big sort of risk and who really loves content writing and really want to venture out, they can take that risk. But being at the stage where chartered accountancy career gives me more sort of money, like financially, I am like secure, more secured in that way. So that
Right.
is something I would love to take it more. But in future, if I feel that I have this batch of clients who can provide me that good sort of income, then I can definitely switch it to full time. Like That's the criteria. So don't quit your 9 to 5 job. Before quitting a 9 to 5 job, try to analyze that if your career goals, like if your career goals, your monitor responsibilities are there, try to fulfill it first and then only try to switch to a passion. Because if you're pursuing your passion like side by side of your work life, then it's also good. But don't quit it like 9 to 5 is boring or something, but because it gives you bread and butter. So analyze that
Yeah.
also first.
Yeah, rightly said. How CAs can leverage their own, say, like just like you. Basically, you are doing your job, like the typical 9 to 5 job, and then you are having this freelancing content writing as well. So, how do you think CAs can fit into this? And do you think like how what is the scope in it? As in, if someone wants to become a full-time content writer, because he or she might just have that passion, maybe he or she is financially secured, or maybe they don't care about it, but whatever is the situation, what do you think about this as a career, especially for chartered accountants?
Like today the market is like where many chartered accountants have turned out to be public speakers. There are many who are content writers, content creators as well. They quit their 9 to 5 job because it doesn't take one day to do something. This decision will require at least some point of time in their career if they're not happy or something. So they can just start with like freelancing only. So freelancing gives an option where you can manage this work life as well as the passion that you are in. So what for being a content writer or content creator, you have to be like do personal branding. So personal branding comes with on LinkedIn you can establish yourself as a brand. So you can start writing, or I for my journey, if I can say that I took the consultations of various big writers, because I am not a person who is from a writer like something I've not learned writing. Everyone knows writing actually, but they should know how to market themselves. If you know writing, if you cannot implement the actions, you don't know what is the SEO writing or something. There are many courses for that. They are available on
Right.
YouTube. But if someone who can guide you, like how to start writing from scratch and how what tools you need, what this technologies you need to grow in writing, that you can take from various writers. And there are many courses available, paid as well as free. So you need that willingness to start. So eventually that will happen, but start freelancing first and then get to a point where you can feel okay, I can leave my 9 to 5 and then I can establish the entire thing as passion only. So that ways you can do it.
I'm just moving away from content writing now. You just talked about failure, and so I would like to just highlight this point. Like, how did you cope with it? And do you feel that I don't know how many attempts or did you take and all, but what do you feel like if someone is stuck? What they should do? Like, should they discontinue it on time or just keep giving attempts? Because there's a lot of sometimes there's a lot of opportunity cost in one sense, but at the same time, you are emotionally also involved in it, so you don't want to quit also. But sometimes practical decision might be to quit. So what's your thought about it, and how did you think while you were appearing or reappearing on your exams?
Yeah. So I failed during my CA final. Like I had two attempts when I failed. The first one I failed in both the groups. Second one was where I cleared one, and then 1 year it lagged behind due to COVID. There were exams. Our exams were postponed 4 to 5 times. So during that
Hmm.
time, I was left only with one group. So what happens? Like the COVID scenario was also very traumatizing to many
Right.
people. So they even might have thought during that time many students would have quitted also. Like it's not an easy journey. Like there are many people who
Right.
are in attempting this CA exams like over the years. So I can like do I had only two attempts. Like I had only one group left. So I was not in a situation where I would think to quit it because I was just left with one group. So if any person who is left with like who was giving attempts for like 5 to 6 attempts or more than 6 to 7 attempts, we have seen many journeys of people who fail after 12 attempts and then after the 13th attempt they clear. So everyone's journey is different. So during that point of time, what I feel is you must try to do something more during that journey to get you an idea. Like if we study the entire day, that also will not help. So try to do
Right.
something about like if you are someone who is left with like who wants to do job or something to gain knowledge, so that should not be stopped. So at least you're having that financial security, because at CA, if you're failing many times, you come to a certain age where people will start asking you, have not you're given the entire like 5 to 6 years to a degree and you're not earning.
Right.
So that kind of peer pressure also comes. So that time what a person can do is try to do job and try to manage studies as well, because entire day you study, your mind is not so productive. So entire day going in the same room, dealing with the same books, try to do something that you love. And if you know that okay, I am only left with one group or something, I just need 2 to 3 months ka dedication, and I can study. So just try to manage these things properly. There are many people who fail in life, but eventually that failure only rise to success. So your failures can
Right.
give you better experiences how to shape in life. And I can call myself lucky, because during the failure phase only I got to know the content writing journey. Because being a topper and then you fail, there are many people who just point you out like what was he
Right.
doing. So that kind of our society for girls is also kind of very like I was like 24 during that time, and many of our society members told like she is not clearing her examinations, COVID period has passed, to get her married, she'll not get the one. Like there are many things for girls as well. To
Right.
specifically
Right.
there could be for boys, there are for like statements for boys that you have not started earning at this age, the family responsibilities, everything. But for girls, it kind of, for me personally, many society members came and told my mother, like, get her married. At least she will have a marriageable, settled life. So what their settling term is different from me, like from my perspective. So my family members were so cooperative, like they understood that. And then when I cleared CA and when I really wanted to get married, that time only, after like landing a good job at Infosys, being financially independent, we can take decisions for ourselves. So yeah, that's the thing.
Right, right. I think that that's really rightly said, because, and especially like I think anybody, regardless of gender, as in girls have their own set of issues, as you said, that get her married and all, like
Yeah.
career is something which is which comes secondary, and marriage and all those things come primary. And for boys, it's the other way around. It's like, yare, you are not earning, and how can you, be the so-called the bread earner
The
of the family
breadwinner
and
of the
all.
family. Yeah.
So, uh, so somehow it gets really complicated when you hit that kind of thing. Like, if you're failing for one time or two times, then it really shatters, because the society, or that's one good part is like, if your family is with you, that is a you know saving grace, I would say. But if others are not with you in this journey, then it kind of hurts you. Again, you see your peers growing, they are earning, they are into bigger jobs and all those things. So that kind of also hampers your emotional and mental stability. So I think that is another good point, that even if all these pressures are there, one should be just focused. And yeah, as in personally, I believe that if you are taking a lot of attempts, then please make some practical decision regarding, like, is it worth waiting? Or like, we chartered accountants are very good at cost benefit analysis. So we know that if just giving attempt, so it's like the 6-month journey, and what are the costs and what are the benefits. So if you have to be balanced about all those things. Uh, that's my perspective. So tell me now, three things that you feel that being a CA has given you edge. It is not for the job or something, like you get better salaries than other non-chartered accountants, but something that has helped you in your life, in your career, even in your finance content writing areas. So what are those three things that you feel are boon just because you are a CA?
Okay. So first of all, this journey has given me the confidence to deal with people, because I am like before, like if you someone me like who one knows me personally, if there's someone asks like how was Disha, so I was a very shy, you can say a timid girl who used to not talk to people much. But after like during the whole my CA journey, I saw failures. I also gave up many times, but then this confidence after having clearing your examination is something very different. Because when I
Right.
failed, there was a time I used to not go outside of my home because I was to think that people will ask me, oh, she's a failure or something. That kind of thing was there in the mindset. And then when I cleared, and then when I started, like I used to tell my mother that I will only go to people and distribute sweets, because they were wrong. So that kind of confidence chartered accountancy gives you. So first of all, that
Right.
is confidence. The second is, you can say, the patience level, because chartered accountancy is a game of patience. During the entire journey, you have to be very patient. So whenever I lose patience, I remember that, like, I have given this 5 years to my journey, and this has taught me a lot of things, like being patient with yourself. Because we were into, like, this journey requires a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, and many anxiety and everything comes out in during this journey. So you have to
Hmm.
be patient. Seeing that result of past, that is all, like, game of patience, you can say that. So it taught me patience. So and after, like, confidence that chartered accountancy gave me helped me in my content writing journey as well. Because after I turned CA, many people or who were recognized brands from the industry gives like try to like recognize me, because CA is a, like,
Hmm.
you can say CA is a branding label that we get
Right.
when they need writers. So they have that, you can say, the authenticity, that whenever they'll choose a CA, they'll write good, because a
Correct.
degree gives you that kind of confidence as well. Third is that I this journey taught me to not only focus on your CA, like entire day I used to study and study, but this journey taught me how to improve your, like, take care of your health. Because initially during my CA journey, I used to sleep less. I did not used to take care of my health. But then when I realized that every day, like daily, study will not help you. You have to take care of your physical health as well as mental health. So that was
Correct.
a stake during some point of my journey. But when I geared up for that, like, I have to take care of my health, I have to be happy, I have to take care of my mental health. And if you stay happy, you will study more and you can study better. So that, like, during that CA journey, I recognized the health benefits. During CA only, I joined yoga, I did meditation and everything. So there is something you like every CA student must also do that. They must take care of their health and physical and mental health both. So these are the three things I can say that I learned during this journey.
Wow. And what are the three things that you feel, you should have known while doing CA, maybe before CA, while doing CA, or just after becoming CA? Well, those three things would have changed your life.
Okay. So first one can be that if you fail once in life, you do not fail for entire life. Because I used to think that the day I fail, I will something. I have lost a, like, lot of many things in my life. Like, I cannot become, like, I lose that motivation. So you are your own, like, in the biggest motivator. Your family
Hmm.
is a good, like, will always support you no matter what. If you're a failure, that is the tag given by the society. Actually, you are
Right.
turning into a more experienced person after getting into failures. So that
Hmm.
is the thing, you can say, that I learned that failures are not losers. After failing, if you buckle up yourself harder and work on yourself, you can definitely find yourself on the, like, on the pinnacle, you can say. The second one is your health can never be ignored, because during CA, many times people tend to get overweight. They tend to eat a lot of junk and something. So at that, like,
Right.
I used to sleep very less. Sleep is something that I sacrificed much more, many times during my CA journey. So I was like, I was someone who used to sleep very less, and then even also I did
Hmm.
not used to pass. And then I got to know that sleeping less will not make me like pass CA examinations. So these are some of the small things you need to understand, like taking care of my health, and as well as do what you love. Third one is, if you can say that if you love writing, like, you can write for half an hour and then continue with your CA journey. So do what makes you happy, that you can take out some time for yourself, your family, and try to do things so that they can make you happy. And after getting happy, you can definitely study and for your CA like for your CA. And it's not like, personally, if you are reading or doing, like, for something you're reading about CA, or you're just studying, so try to be happy when you do that. If you take up much more stress that my exams are there, I don't have to sleep, or I don't have to be happy, like, I cannot go out, everyone is chilling. So that
Hmm.
sort of comparison should also be killed in our mind. Because what you're doing, you must do it wholeheartedly. Anything that is done half-heartedly will never help you. So do it happily. If you're doing it, do it happily. Otherwise, don't do it. So that
Hmm.
is what I learned. Like if I'm studying, I should only focus on my studies only. So that is
Hmm.
the thing, like, and happily study, because if you're happy and you're studying, you will remember it and then you will eventually write
Hmm.
better in exam. So yes,
Right,
being
right,
carefree and being stress free during that phase requires lot of dedication, because I cannot say that you will not panic or something. It's
right,
like, but you have to accept that we have, like, we also feel that negative energies come, but we are only the one who will
hmm.
make it positive. No one in the world will
Correct,
come you and push you. You have to push yourself and try to be positive, take less stress, take care of your health and everything.
right. What do you think about the hustle culture in the corporates?
Hustle culture is not what I'll promote, because work life balance is something very important, because every day you cannot work for like a machine. You need some
Right.
break, you need some peace. And so if you're doing something that you're loving, like half hour a day or 1 hour a day, do something for yourself. Because unless and
Hmm.
until you, like, we are humans, we're not machines. We are not expected to be working the entire day and just, you can, like, eat, work, sleep, repeat. We are not that. We need some
Hmm.
time for ourselves as well. And there are many companies who don't promote it, but personally, what I feel, a company which I am, Infosys, they promote work life balance is very important.
Hmm.
So I'm on a stage where I feel that work life balance should be important, because nowadays there are many scenarios, like there are mental health issues to young teenagers, and they take a lot of stress for their corporate careers. They don't give time to their families.
Hmm.
So this COVID, you can say, is a blessing, where we can say
Yeah,
that it taught us to stay with the family and focus on our careers as well. So I would
true,
recommend
true.
everyone should have a work life balance, because at the end we are humans, we need peace also.
Yeah,
So that's what matters at the end. And apart from the someone who is like a hustler who loves to work, they should also take some of the time for themselves. It's not that the person who is hustling will only be progressive in their career. There are people with a good work life balance. There are good like life balance also. They have, like, they can manage both ways. So not that you have to
right.
work in like every 24 hours and have sleepless night and keep on working. So there are
Right.
successful people who can manage well. So yes.
Yeah, great. So I have like last two questions now, but before that, I would like to just, ask you about the CA journey. If you have something in your mind to, to tell people, maybe students or freshers, chartered accountants, or anybody like in general who might be, looking up for a better job, or like as you said, like switching to passion or something like that, and whatever. I'll give you 2 minutes to, just rant about it.
So first of all, to the students or freshers, chartered accountants who really feel that they are failing during their interviews, they're not giving the best during the interviews. What the thing they are lacking is, the degree has given us a lot of knowledge we have in ourselves, but what they lack is communication skills. There are many CAs who know everything, but they cannot speak it out during their interviews, and they then
Hmm.
term themselves as failure. So it's not like that. For like, I feel that apart from the technical skills, you must have great interpersonal skills or communication skills to master yourself in any interview. So to the fresher chartered
Right.
accountants, don't ignore that communication skills, because if you are good at communicating, you will gain that confidence. And even if you don't know certain technical answer or something, you can tell them, they'll like, I can answer it like later or something. But if you are
Hmm.
weak at communication skills, they will not they will not accept that thing during your interviews. So it's very important to like focus on the interpersonal skills as well, because that will give you sort of confidence in life as well as during the interviews, and it will ace your corporate careers as well. And so to any other student who is failing in the CA examinations, who feel that they are on the verge of quitting it, be practical, be wise. If you are someone who can give like 1 or more year or 2 to 3 years to this degree, because it's a most prestigious degree, I can say that. If you are really want to give that some of, like, you can a number of years more to this degree, so don't fail. Like, if one person is there in your mind that, okay, I'll do it, like, give me 1 or 2 years, then also you have to like give your wholehearted effort to this degree. And if you feel that, okay, it's not worth it, so you can enroll yourself into different courses. And then it's not like that only CAs do on in the entire world. There are many other
True.
professions who are earning. So it's not the end of your world if you cannot clear CA. You have definitely more better option, like better options in your life. So don't stick to that if you're failing. So it's not the end of the world, because there are many CAs. You can say if they have CA students who quit, who they get like their mental health gets disturbed. So it's not more than your mental health. So if you're failing and you want to quit, quit it, but try to do something that you love, or try to enroll into some different course that gives you the financial security. So yes, these are the like CA. Your life is actually much more than CA. So just try to be practical and wise when you take such decisions. And thirdly, never ignore your health, because I have ignored my health. So that's why I'm not focusing on this a lot, because my physical and mental health was at toil when I used to fail. So this is also the prime reasons of my failure journey, because I was a person who is not used to like a single day I used to not exercise or work out or sleep. Like I used to like sleep 3 hours a day, but that did not help me. So that I can say that from my journey, that if you want to really like ace in your career, ace in your job, or ace in your examinations, physical and mental health is very important. Because when I started taking care of physical and mental health, then things started getting better. I used to enjoy studying, and then everything got better when I took charge of my own you can say my own self. And self care, self love, and taking care of the health really helped me a lot. And I used to sleep for 7 to 8 hours before the phase I passed my C examinations. So yes, you have to be like calmer, and you have to take care of yourself like much. So yeah, that's it.
Wow. You have spoken of health and exercise and all those things so much, like I feel like I should get up and now start doing exercises, because I personally have ignored, and now also I kind of ignore. Sometimes I do with some due to some pressure, but yeah, I should be doing it. Now I will, after maybe after this interview, I'll do that. Now the second last question to you. What are you currently obsessed with?
Currently I'm obsessed with, you can say, growing more on my passion journey, because I love to get into more details about content writing. How about, I know SEO writing, but going deep into content writing and getting up that skill set, as well as in my professional journey, learning new tools like automated tools, Power BI, and every other tool I intend to learn. So in both ways, I like want to learn more and grow more with the help of the technologies I'm currently obsessed with, that thing. And of course, the
Wow.
health cannot be ignored that time also, growing myself into better shape and size.
Awesome. Awesome. And now the last question. What are some recommendations in terms of books, movies, documentaries, web series, courses, like as you said, like content writing courses and all. So can you give some recommendations?
Yeah. So for the books that I read are like, I'm not someone who reads much, because I'm someone who loves to watch videos. So
Hmm.
I really watch videos of like you can say that different kind of personalities, like motivational videos. I try to myself, because I am my own motivator. But still, I feel that some videos, if I see and 3 to 4 days, it works for me, and then I go on to books, and then again I see videos. So that kind of thing I really love to watch. So I'm not someone who will say that I complete this book on like 20 books in a year or something. If I love reading a
Hmm.
certain book, I'll read some chapters, leave it, and then if I feel, I'll do it again. But exploring content writing, like be it content writing books or exploring LinkedIn, that is what I
Hmm.
love the most, because daily I get refreshed by seeing the different kind of posts of different genres and everything, different niches. So that I really love. So books, you can say, I've currently loved like Good Vibes, Good Life. So that is some kind of book that I really love, because many people do say that after CA, I am not like reading this many books. I am not someone who will read more and more books, because as per me, like there are
Hmm.
many who will like believe it the other way. But yes, I read less books, and Indian Bollywood movies that I love
Hmm.
much. That keeps me happy and healthy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, the LinkedIn recommendations are told the some of the famous writers like Komal Ahuja, Unnati Bagga, Vedika Bhaiya, and Sahili Chatterjee. Sahili Chatterjee is the course I've taken her, like her free like a mentorship course, where she's
Mhm.
guiding about content writing, copywriting, and about other courses that which help people to grow in their passion, convert their like passion into full time careers, like. So I've
Okay.
taken up her course. Like it's a very good one. We can explore that course, learn the new skill sets which she teaches. So you can say she's the queen of content writing or this social media. So I really like learning from the experts will give you like more insights, and I can develop my skill set at a better place. So yes, these things I do.
So yeah, that's it for this episode,
Sure.
and it was really enriching and I think a motivational interview for me. And now I will, definitely have to work out now after doing this. So thank you, Disha. Thank you once again for joining and being the guest on this podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and it was great interacting with you. Hope this podcast will help definitely a lot of people.
Yeah,
You're good.
fingers crossed.
Doing a very good work. Doing a very good work.
Thank you.